So quotient of powers, we subtract the exponents. Oh, you know what I missed on this part, you guys? I forgot to give you the algebraic part. If I had a to the m over a to the n, the shortcut is m minus n. So if you want that part in your notes, that's the algebraic definition for the quotient of powers. You subtract the exponents. That's the one we talked about already, but that's the algebraic definition of it. I forgot that part. So good thing we did go back. Then the other property, like I said, that we're going to worry about is power to a quotient. And again, we're going to distribute that exponent to all pieces. So it goes into every piece. Okay, everybody okay with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here goes. Ready? One, or do you want me to wait? I can go? Okay. 1, 2, 3, boom. So I have r to the fifth over r to the third. That's the first example that it gives us in our note packet. Bless you. This is an example of the first property. This would be the quotient rule, or the quotient of powers rule, or whatever they call it. So what I want to do is look at the bases first. Are the bases the same letter? Yeah, they're both what? R. I didn't know you guys were pirates. They're both R's. In order to do the quotient rule, we just subtract them. What's 5 minus 3? 2. So I end up with R squared. The next one has 6x to the fourth, y to the fifth, over 3x to the third, y squared. When you simplify this question, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to look at the numbers. Can 6 over 3 reduce? What does 6 over 3 reduce to? 6 divided by 3 is 2. Good. Now I want you to focus on the x's. I have x to the fourth on the top. I have x to the third on the bottom. Since I have one on top and one on the bottom, I'm going to subtract it. What's 4 minus 3? 1. Now, I just put x. Do I need to put x to the first?
No.
Can I? Can I put it if I want to? Yes, I can. I can put it if I want to. I don't have to, though. Now, with the wise guys, I have 5 wise guys on the top, 2 wise guys on the bottom. If I subtract them, what do I get? 3. And that's my final answer for that question. Now, flipping the page. Let's practice again. 6 to the fifth over 6 to the fourth.
6, 1. 6, 1.
What would I get?
6, 1.
6 to the 1. Everybody okay with that? Do I have to put the 1?
No.
No. But if I did, is it wrong?
No.
No. And in the directions, we're writing the answers as a power, so we're not going to go any further with that. Same with this one. I got negative 5 to the seventh over negative 5 squared. What would my answer be? What do I do with the exponents?
Subtract.
Yeah. What would I get?
5.
5.
Wait. Negative 5.
I'd have negative 5
Wait.
to the fifth power. And in the directions, you guys, do you see where it says write your answer as a power? It wants you to leave the answer this way. You do not have to write and find out what negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 is. You don't need to do that. You just need to write it as a power according to the directions. Okay? How do you feel so far? Feeling all right with it?
Yeah.
All right, good. the next one. This one's a little tricky. We got 9 to the 4th times 9 squared over 9 to the 3rd. This incorporates the rules that we had the previous couple days, doesn't it? Because do you see how I have times? That's a product. That's not a quotient. We haven't talked about products today, but we did a couple days ago. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to simplify the top if you can. Remember, what do you do when you're multiplying like bases? What do you do with the exponents then? Add. So what's 4 plus 2?
6.
Then I do my quotient rule. The quotient rule, remember again, you subtract the exponents. So what do I get if I subtract them? 9 to the 3rd. Good. What do you guys think so far? Not too bad?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 times y to the 3rd over y squared. Anybody know what 1 times anything is?
1.
Nope.
Or the other number.
The number. Right. If I take 1 times a million, what do I get?
A million.
Million. If I take 1 times 5, what do I get?
5.
5. What's 1 times y to the 3rd?
Y to the 3rd.
Yeah. Y to the 3rd over y squared. So now, what do I get for the answer? Or is that the answer? Can I simplify that even further? What do you think? Liz, can we go further?
Yeah.
No? Okay. Julio, what do you think? Do you think we can go further? Yeah. What do I get? If I have 3 wise guys on the top, 2 wise guys on the bottom, who has more, the top or the bottom? If I have 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom, who has more? The top. By how many? If I take them away, I get 1 more left over, right? 3 is bigger than 2 by 1 number. Do I have to write the 1 there?
No.
Can I? Yeah. Okay. Then, the next ones. Here's where we have that property that we haven't had a problem with yet. This is power to a quotient, meaning we're going to we have a quotient on the inside, a division or a fraction, and we have a power on the outside. And this is what I mean by distribute to all pieces. So I'm going to put it in red so you see it. I'm going to take the 3 and I'm going to distribute it to all pieces. Every piece. Remember how I was saying a little bit ago? And you get a 3, and you get a 3, and you get a 3. Everybody gets a 3, right? Now, according to the directions say to leave it as a power. So I want you to watch closely how I write my answer. This is going to be 2 to the 3rd, which I'm not going to figure out, because that would be writing it without powers. So I'm going to leave it as 2 to the 3rd. Then, just like we did a couple days ago, when I've got x squared and now I'm bringing a 3 into play, what do I do with those 2 numbers? Do I A, add them, B, multiply them, C, subtract them, or D, divide them?
Multiply them.
I multiply them, good. When you distribute means to multiply. So, what is 2 times 3? 6. X to the 6th over, remember, everybody's getting a 3. 3 to the 3rd. X to the y to the, so everybody got a 3. Now, from here, what you want to do is you want to try to clean this up as much as you can, if you can. If I look at the fraction of the numbers, for instance, I have a 2 and a 3. Can 2 over 3 reduce? Is there a number that both goes into 2 and 3? No. besides 1, sorry. No, there's nothing that goes in there. So we're going to leave that as 2 to the third, and we're going to leave this as 3 to the third. Now, the x's. I have 6 x's on the top. I have 3 x's on the bottom. Who has more, the top with 6 or the bottom with 3?
The top.
The top does. By how many more?
2.
Nope.
6.
I had 6 on the top, and I have 3 on the bottom. So who has more, the top or the bottom? You said the top, which you're right. By how many more? By 3. Good. And what about the wise guys on the bottom? Do they have any friends?
No.
They only had y's in the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing to clean up. I just leave that on the bottom like so. Because the direction said to write your answer as a power, we're going to leave it alone like that. Okay? Then the next and last one that's on here. This is a nice short one for you today. 2x over y squared to the 4th power. Remember, if I need to, I'll put it in Google Classroom, like put the GIF, and you get a car, and you get a car, like distribute it. So what do I have to write for the first step? So what would I get?
2 to the 4, x to the 4, and y to the 8.
Ooh, I got to ask you, because I don't remember that. How'd you get 8?
1 times 2.
You times it?
Yeah.
That's what you do? All right, good. Hey, whenever it has an exponent there already, and you bring another one into play, you multiply with them. Okay? What do you think? How do you guys feel?
Good.
Now, that's it for new stuff for today. Actually. And the worksheet that I have for you guys only has 12 questions. So realistically, if you work hard at it, you have 25 minutes. You should be able to get it done, I'm hoping, today. Then in the note packet, if you look at the next thing out there, it says review, but that's a mixture of not only today's, but also the other couple things. So we're going to do that tomorrow to start. We're going to review that to make sure you guys remember some of those rules. Okay? So that's it for section or 6.1 part B.